a little wolf action, a little grizzly action, all because I got back on the bus. Safari Alaska was filmed in front of a live animal audience. It was time to check out of the motel and go wait in line as we were taking a bus all the way out to Elson today. I decided to take just one more drive near the park before returning to Anchorage. And back on the bus, I was learning some valuable information.
Come in contact with a bear? Do we run? No. Never ever run from a grizzly.
And not too far into the drive, the crowded school bus packed with tourists came alive as something was in the road. A coyote. These smaller canines have to watch out for their larger relatives, the wolves, as predators have no problem killing off one another. This coyote didn't seem to want to leave the road. They perform an important role with eating small rodents, keeping those populations in check. But somehow, mankind still has a fear of them, and to me it is strange how we all love dogs, but coyotes and wolves bring out a debate as what to do with their populations. As he took off, I wondered if I would get the chance to see his relative, a wolf. I knew I'd get a chance to see a bear, as a female grizzly bear was right up there with her 2 cubs. She was pretty far from the road, and I had to stretch my zoom lens all the way out to get these blurry shots. I saw that coming up was Polychrome Pass, the scary part of the road. Oh well, I had to go past it if I hoped to see wolf. I looked at the drop-off and wondered if this would be the day the driver would just get too close and we would go, forget it. So on average, when people go far into the park, they see bear almost 80% of the time and wolf just around 20%. So the odds were against me, but I knew it was worth all this stress of being up high. And just as we started looking at this caribou, a figure came out of the shrubs behind it.
Up on the hill?
A wolf, a gray wolf to be exact. That's over 80 pounds of wild dog there. I had my camera zoomed all the way out and I was very excited to be able to see a wolf close enough that I didn't have to use a scope like I had to last year in Yellowstone. The wolves in this park are controversial to say the least. A lot of people feel that since their populations are around half of what they were at their peak, that they should be protected not only in the park, but also outside of the park. But Alaska is filled with hunters and trappers who obviously feel the opposite. So the debate goes on year after year. Wolves play an important part in the ecosystem, but mankind has always had this primal fear of them. Which is interesting since they really don't consider us as a food source. Since an alpha in the pack was recently killed, this pack is split up, so you'll see lone wolves like this in search of new territory. This lone wolf won't have much of a chance against that larger prey. This wolf was doing a good job though in moving around so that I couldn't get a good shot of it. Further down the road we saw this little caribou sitting all alone, which would be a perfect site for that wolf. We finally reached our turning point at the Elson Visitor Center, which is just over 60 miles into the park on this 8-hour drive. He loves ground squirrels. It's coming right at us. Jeez, he's gonna kill us. Stand your ground, stand your ground.
Where is he?
Don't ever run from a ground squirrel. Squirrel. Come on, people, stand your ground. No one run.
What the heck? He's right here.
Alright, spray it. It's getting too close. After that scary squirrel situation, it was time to get back on the bus. There we saw a large male grizzly. Well, he wasn't on the bus, he was out in the nature, obviously. He was doing what bears do best, besides sleeping. He was eating. Plant life is about 80% of what he'll eat here in the park, and meat would be the other 20.
And then you look at the toes. A black one has a long nose.
As we crossed the scary part of the road again, I looked the other way to remain calm. And soon, we came across the mama grizzly and her 2 cubs again. What a day we were having.
There's 3. What? Okay. What? Okay, one's long, one's black.
Looking out into the future of the bear population was a perfect way to end this drive, as well as our trip to Denali Park. I had a great 3 days here for sure, and it was sad to leave this place, but we had to go back towards Anchorage, where more animal adventures were awaiting us.
Thanks for watching this edition of Safari Alaska. For more information about the wildlife featured, read the description below. As always, thanks for watching. Moose.